Our Prime Minister Stephen Harper is on his way to Bali. He arrived in Malaysia today, the first time a Canadian Prime Minister has been there in 17 years. Harper will spend the next 2 days in Kuala Lumpur trying to drum up business and fine-tuning a massive new trade deal called the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Next stop is the APEC summit in Indonesia. His intention was to start a conversation about assisted suicide. And ever since that moving video by Dr. Donald Lowe was released by his family, the topic has been simmering in this country. Today, Canada's health ministers were confronted with it. And though officially the federal government isn't interested in debating it, as Mike Drolet reports, they can't dodge the fact many Canadians do.
As Canada's provincial health ministers lined up to face the media, they knew it was coming. Questions on assisted suicide. Yet nobody jumped to field that political football.
Anybody? Nobody wants to tackle that?
Federal Health Minister Rona Ambrose opened the door to the controversial topic when she said she was willing to talk about it. Today she acknowledged they did, but she won't be changing her position on it.
We took a vote. Parliament has spoken. Our government has a position that we do not support assisted suicide.
It sounded a bit like rhetoric to me. She said she's willing to have a conversation but completely unwilling to change her views.
Whether the ministers like it or not, the issue is not going away. Already on the mind of Canada's aging population, assisted suicide was further pushed into the headlines after the impassioned deathbed plea from respected Dr. Donald Lowe to legalize it.
No place in Canada where you can have support to have dying with dignity.
With the federal door only open a crack, all eyes are on Quebec and BC, which are far ahead of the other provinces in actively debating euthanasia. And that worries medical ethicist Margaret Somerville.
Of course, as somebody who thinks this is a very bad idea, I am concerned if they're doing it because they think they might want to go ahead and legalize euthanasia. Of course, that makes one concerned.
Talk is something the ministers finally agreed needed to happen. Not in their offices, mind you, but at kitchen tables across the country.
The last 2 weeks have been transformative in terms of raising the consciousness of all Canadians on this issue.
You call it chit-chat, I call it an important conversation.
No doubt, but now that Ambrose has opened the door, can she close it again? Mike Drolet, Global News, Toronto.